Tonight, federal aviation investigators still on the ground at Scottsdale Airport investigating this deadly plane crash. You can see the moment a private plane crashed into another that was parked just off the tarmac.
Well, 12 News journalist Sean Rice spoke with a former captain with a lot of experience under his belt. And Sean, what did he have to say about this crash?
Yeah, Tram and Troy, good evening to you both. Corey Grant is an Embry-Riddle professor, but he used to be a captain with American Airlines. And he says me a plane, any type of plane, whether that be a commercial plane, a private jet, having any sort of issues with their landing gear on takeoff or landing is simply unheard of. It doesn't happen. But it's what local officials believe happened here at the Scottsdale Airport a day ago. They believe it's what led to this Gears Learjet private plane to lose control on landing, then collide with another jet as it was sitting on the tarmac. Now NTSB investigators are still here on scene over a day after this crash happened. They're now tasked with determining what exactly went wrong with that landing gear. Now take a look at this video. We just showed it to you a moment ago, but it's from a nearby business. You can see the jet attempting 2:45 yesterday afternoon. The plane veers to the left off the runway as after airport officials say they believe again there was something wrong with the plane's landing gear. Within seconds, it collided with another jet that was sitting unoccupied on the tarmac. 12 News cameras captured at least one wheel from that landing gear sitting in the middle of the runway after the crash. Embry-Riddle professor Corey Grant took us inside the cockpit for what he believes those seconds were like for the pilots as they did all they could to safely land the plane.
I'm sure they were just trying to steer the airplane as best they could back onto the runway, but with that drag and the broken gear on the left wing, there's nothing the pilots could do. They were along for the ride at that point.
Now, the NTSB and local officials have not released the name of that pilot who died in the crash. We have also not received an update on the condition of the people who were injured, including the co-pilot, the girlfriend of Vince Neil, the head singer of Motley Crue, and her friend who was also on board. But at last check, we're told they were being treated at a local hospital. Now, as investigators remain here on scene working to determine exactly what happened, Corey Grant told me it really comes down to two possibilities with that landing gear. He believes it either broke off the plane entirely on impact, or the mechanism that holds the landing gear in the down and locked position either failed or didn't deploy like it was properly supposed to. After we showed him those shots, the shots we just showed you of that wheel with some of those parts attached to it, which are just right in the middle of the runway, he suspects the actual parts of the gear may have failed on impact, may have broken off entirely. Again, it's something he tells me it simply doesn't happen, and it's extremely rare. We're live in Scottsdale. Sean Rice, 12 News.
All right, Sean, thank you for that very unusual and unfortunately fatal incident.